All right, everybody. Welcome to the On My Block podcast. I'm your host, Mike Wall. Mon Green will not be joining us today as he is at I believe he is at a golf tournament. I'll tell you what. Unfortunately for everybody out there, Amon is a very busy man down in Nebraska. Now, he was a busy man in Green Bay doing a lot of things, especially doing a lot of things with the Packers. But, man, they got him moving in Nebraska now. He was at a charity dinner last night, some golf function today. They're rolling out the red carpet everywhere he goes. And it's funny because we're old now. And Amon was like in the 90s, man. Like he was Tommy Frazier, Scott Frost, Amon Green, the Nebraska Cornhuskers were the real deal. So he goes back to Nebraska now as the esports coach and professor, and is getting there's just a ton of stuff to do. I believe he has his own radio show in the local Nebraska radio as well. So shout out to Amon. Hope you're golfing well today. I don't remember him being a great golfer, but I wouldn't bet against him on betonline.ag because BetOnline is your number one source for all your basketball info, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds and lines, including the latest player reports for this year's pro basketball playoffs, also known as the NBA Finals. BetOnline is also your sports information headquarters this season, as we have you covered for all your sports wagering needs: basketball, Major League Baseball, NHL, right to UFC fighting, boxing, and of course, esports. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to get your betting information, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games. You can play right for your home. So head to the website today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Be sure to use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your first 50% welcome bonus on that first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. There's a couple interesting things that, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really care about OTAs and minicamp. We've talked about this before. I think that players need to spend the offseason getting bigger, faster, stronger. They need to, obviously, they do need to get in their playbook. If they can find some technical help, they should go find some technical help, become the best versions of themselves. Like all of that stuff. Do you sleep right? Are you eating right? Do you lift on a schedule that's going to make you the strongest, fastest version of yourself? Are you bulletproofing your body? Are you building body armor? Are you becoming a technical master? Are you understanding how to watch film? The problem is, realistically, you don't have that much time in the building anyways. They've done a really poor job. The NFLPA has used time in the building as a bargaining chip, largely because they couldn't get the money that they wanted. The owners kept taking the money, clawing the money back, percentage of money back. So their piece of the pie wasn't going to get any bigger. So what did they say? Oh, we want to go and we don't want, centers don't want to touch a football for, the first 4 or 5 months of the year. And we don't want to have organized team activities that allow for hand-to-hand combat. So we can't really do any one-on-ones. And listen, I'm not for or against it, but if you're a player and you want to get better, you're going to find a way to do it. We used to do it. Mike Flanagan, I would be at UNLV out in Vegas at Mark Phillippe's place, and we'd be training against Ronaldo. We'd be training against guys in the league, and we'd do one-on-ones there. We'd do one-on-ones against college kids. We'd line up. This stuff happens organically if you make it happen. There's a number of different things you hear tied in university, right? All this stuff. Guys will go find, they'll get together and they'll work. Quarterbacks go and they work. I think Jordan Love has had guys out in California, the receivers, to work on their stuff to build that chemistry. They'll go find work. You don't need to be in the building to go find work. You're going to go find work. In fact, I would argue a lot of times for some of these players, a handful of these players, maybe not as many as it used to be, they're going to get a lot out of not being in the building for a long time because they're going to go find help and maybe hear it from a different voice, maybe get a different perspective, maybe that they can build out kind of their playbook, their career playbook, and then add that to what's going on, in this case, in the Packers organization, particularly when they get back in July and get into training camp in the end of July, August. So long story short, whether or not somebody completes a pass on day one, whether or not Jordan Love has a good day, who cares? I mean, you have to go through this process. You have to learn. You have to grow.